So for the final race after a tough and bruising season on and off track, this is the Coates Hire Newcastle 500. Yesterday it was Van Gisbergen. Who will prevail in Newcastle today? We're racing. Beautiful start by Whincup. Waters drops in behind. A battle of the teammates. Coulthard on the inside. McLaughlin on the outside there. Right beside each other on the run to turn 2. And tucked in behind is Di Pasquale. Trouble at the back.
Yeah, they're all bumping into each other. Holdsworth's got a lot of damage on the right-hand front. So they checked up against the fence there. I don't know whether Mostert was involved, but certainly 4 or 5 cars were bumping each other. And as you can see, the damage on the Bottle Mustang, Neil. David Reynolds was involved too.
So bad news for Reynolds. Bad news for Holdsworth. Holdsworth was 9th on the grid. Reynolds was 7th on the grid. We'll try and get onto that story for you when the congestion starts to ease a little. They're on lap 1. Cold tyres, cold brakes, cold minds. Great jump by Jamie, and he had Cam really jammed under the rear bumper, and the 2 Shell V-power drivers got it sorted. Actually,
come from Dave.
I think Dave's done it on his own, and Lee was an unwitting victim in all that. So David actually got in too hot on cold tyres to one. It looked as though that was the case. I'll understand a bit more of it now with the onboard replay. So Scott Pye on the left-hand side of screen. We're riding in the Penrite Racing entry with David Reynolds. No, there actually was some contact. So there was contact, and it pitched Reynolds into the barrier, and then Lee Holdsworth with nowhere to go. Yeah. Replay from above in the chopper cam. So you'll see a little bit more of this. If you just look back down the field, you see where Reynolds gets shoved, and then how's Lee's form? He just ended up being in the wrong place at the wrong time through no fault of his own. And has got a lot of damage in the right front corner of that car, and it's still parked up.
There you go.
Ooh, pretty solid contact with that tyre barrier on the right-hand side on the exit of turn 1. On very, very differing strategies. Lee Holdsworth looks like he's on his way in down the Botlow Ford Mustang. Hearing in the background that this thing might have a dragging exhaust. It's got dragging something for sure, because it looked pretty sad and sorry at the front, didn't it? Actually, I can't see anything in the way of the exhaust system dragging there. It's more likely at the front left corner of the car, because they didn't park it into the garage before.
You know what I'd be doing with that, Neil?
What would you be doing with that, Mark?
I'd be leaving it in there, Neil.
So it's covering. And
he's going to do the crisscross. He's going to get him. That's a good move. Oh, he's put him in. Yep, that's the end of that one.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got an issue too. I think Courtney's got damage. Yes, he has. The right-hand rear tyres deflated. In fact, it's pulled that. Oh, good save.
Okay, mate. Hit this lap. Hit this lap.
It's pulled the tyre almost off the rim.
When we see it again on the replay, I need to fully digest it, because this may trigger the safety car only seconds after I said we haven't had one.
I can't get back.
It's in the Newcastle Surf Club section there at turn 6.
That's right. That's it. Just wait there.
Smirko, his engineer in the background. So James on the traditional racing line. Anton covering a little bit on a cold tyre. And then James goes for the crisscross, which Mark at this stage thought was a pretty good move. And then they make contact. And did they interlock then, which then fired, which we saw on the next shot? We may see it from this angle. Those front wheels, I reckon, have actually... And the secondary bump there has just fired him into the fence. Just so awkward. What a shame. This is the view from James' car.
I think that's fair. I mean, to me, that's a bit of a racing incident there. James had the run on him.
90 on the turn in, mate. Crossing 4 tyres on here. We'll take a few away. Enjoy your last run of the flag here. Keep going down, mate. Turn again.
Probably better off to do it. It's got 23 seconds to put on. It's probably better off to do it early. Get it done, and then whatever happens, if the safety car comes out, you get a free kick.
Yeah, it needs 87 litres.
Yeah, it'd be good to know when you drop here. We've still got 10 to go. Okay, mate. Still waiting here. Okay, mate. That's 5 there now. 3, 2, 1.
Well done. Good job. Great communication.
Feels like an eternity in the car, and so does sitting there when they're doing 40 kilometres an hour on departure. Now, he's got a lot of work to do in this final stint, Scott McLaughlin, if he's going to be a factor this afternoon. So close to making contact, those two, and that would have frightened them in the garage at Tickford. It frightened us in the commentary box, and in the end, Waters actually yielded. But that was mega close. Mega close. 21st and 7th last year here for Mostert, and Tim Edwards just aged.
He just had to look away. He's not looking at the screen. He just looked away. He's actually looking for a blindfold. Oh, this will be a safety car. So in at turn 2, that's James Golding. Car's wedged in under the tyres. That's going to bunch the top of the field up. It'll give Van Gisbergen a free kick because he's got a long stop to make. So the effective leader of the race is Winker. Oh, he's able to get out. Well done. That was a great job of back and filling for James Golding to be able to get that car out of the tyres.
The point I was going to make is on lap 1 of the championship year, Shane Van Gisbergen's at 11/10th, and on the last laps of the year, he's at 11/10th. He is all over the back of Waters here. What a great battle. Both of them are on the slide through turn 10. Now he jams it down the inside, forces the issue. They make a little bit of contact, and Van Gisbergen gets it done, but it's not quite complete. They rubbed in the crisscross on the run to the final corner. Nose-to-tail contact. Cam's giving him some hurry up in the process, and Van Gisbergen pops out the other side in 7th. Up to the final corner for Whincup. 36 years of age. A winner last time out at Sandown. Jamie Whincup cleans up the 2019 championship season with a great victory on the streets of Newcastle. Second place, 2 seconds behind is Fabian Coulthard. Tim Slade has done an awesome job. And officially, our champion of 2019 is Scott McLaughlin. He's on screen. 18 victories, 15 Armour All pole positions, and great relief, a back-to-back champion. The men and women of the Red Bull Holden Racing team have done the job today, and Jamie Whincup has guided them to a victory, 2.1 seconds over Fabian Coulthard. So after yesterday's Kiwi podium 1, 2 and 3, Jamie Whincup strikes back. And Tim Slade, nice work in 3rd place. James Courtney, big fight to the finish, came home in 11th with Andre Heimgartner behind. Davison, Winterbottom, Stanaway, Reynolds, LeBrock, Di Silvestro, Kelly and Golding. Further beyond them, Macaulay Jones, Gary Jacobson. Lee Holdsworth with that wounded car did get home. Unfortunately for Anton Di Pasquale, damage early in the piece and was unable to get it done. So right now, the official celebrations are all about McLaughlin. He made his debut at Sandown at the 500 in 2012 with Techno Autosport and Jonathan Webb. He tore it up on the Newcastle sign last year as the champion. He's doing it again back to back. Big celebration. Scott McLaughlin sticks his signature on the road at Newcastle once again. Twin wins for the Mustang in Adelaide. Darwin Triple Crown. For the very first time, he won all races. The Bathurst 1000 victory. A shocking shunt at the Gold Coast in a brand new car.